Hello everyone and welcome back to another banger. Today I'm going to be making a part 2 for my gold farming guide. But if you guys do want to see my first video, the link will be in the description. I made around 18,000 gold in a single hour, so it's definitely worth the watch. And I also do give a lot of useful tips that you could use and apply in this video, so I would definitely recommend checking it out. But mining boars all day can sometimes be very mind-numbing. Try and believe me, I know. So this is a great way to maybe switch it up or even try to level up other things besides skinning. It's completely up to your preference, as well as maybe one of the methods is less used in your server, meaning less people farm that area. So it could be beneficial for many reasons. But yeah, we're gonna get right into it. So as I mentioned, this method is gonna use mining. So naturally you're gonna want all your armor as well as your pickaxe to have the mining luck perk. Again, in my previous video I did talk more about how to get these luck items for skinning, but also it's pretty much the same thing for mining. If you guys want to know more about this perk, then definitely check that out. And you're also going to use a few consumables. So the proficiency booster is going to increase your yield, so you get more of the items that you mine, as well as the salted roast vegetables, which is going to increase your luck for 40 minutes by 2000. There is another ingredient that also increases your mining luck, but it's less luck in a smaller amount of time, so I would definitely recommend getting the salted roasted vegetables. And because the cooking level has to be pretty high for this one, you could just buy it straight from the trading post. Another recommendation that I have is using the mining trophies. Right now I have a major mining trophy in Everfall and I put it in my house. This pretty much works all across the map. You could do this, it's around, the major one is around 13,000, but it does get lower if you get the basic or the minor ones. Obviously the major one is the best, but you could resort to buying those if you don't want to spend too much money on it. But again, it's more of an investment than anything, so I would definitely recommend it. Oh, and I forgot to mention, you should flag for PvP. But with that being said, let's get started. Alright, now that we're ready, we are going to get into position. So basically what you want to do is come to these mines right here in Shattered Mountain. Get up this far where you enter this actual mine. You could pretty much just stand here until they de-aggro, and then you are ready to start. So the first ore is right here. You could just mine it from here if you want. And you could just sneak past this demon guy here. There is an ore right there, but I usually don't bother just because it's not worth the time. You could just stand there and then shoot him until he goes up there, and then you could jump down and mine it. But it really isn't worth my time because there is a lot of ores that you get, and honestly in the long run it doesn't matter that much. So after that, oh my god, what the hell is happening? After that, there is this ore right here. And that should finish it up for this specific mine. Just kill this guy. Now what you want to do is make your way outside of this place. And get to this area. And in this area, you could pretty much set up a tent, which is going to be amazing because then if you die, which let me tell you, you 100% will. Just like I'm about to die right here. So you could just respawn right here, and honestly it's more convenient than anything because if you do die here, it kind of resets your run on its own and you don't have to come back. You could just die and respawn here, so you could also do that as well. You will have to keep in mind that these snipers, they take a lot longer to de-aggro sometimes for no reason, so you do have to keep that in mind. Alright, now that you have your tent up, we could keep going. Oh, by the way, there is a platinum ore right there. I think either there or on that side. If you want to get it, you could also get that. But the first Orichalcum ore, or Orichalcum vein, is right in this little cave thing. And once we're done with that, the next one is right up top here. And this area, there's usually going to be a crawler here. I killed it, but if you get up here, it's not going to get you anyway, so it doesn't even matter. So after that, what you're going to want to do is come through here so you don't trigger this guy, because that guy's going to be a little bit of a hat. Okay, well, it's a little too late. I'm just going to de-aggro him real quick. Just make him realize that He has no hope in getting me. Usually they de-aggro real quick, and once they start retreating, you can just go there and they'll ignore you until they get back to their original spot, and then they'll start chasing you again. So after that Orichalcum, there is a vein right, I believe right here, and then one inside here. I usually don't get those just because it's very concentrated with enemies, so I don't even bother. Mainly because my philosophy is I don't want to kill these guys. They take a long time, so I'm sure you can see it this here, right there. You could kill this guy. Yeah, those spear guys are insane, so I don't even try. But once you're done with that, the next one is right here, and this one is going to take a little bit of finesse, as you call it. So I'm gonna get this guy to follow me. Since he's a crawler, he's going to be pretty slow. So once I get this guy to come all the way here, then I'm retreating. Once he starts retreating, you can just go back and mine this vein. By the time he comes back, you should be done. And that guy aggroes. That's cool. This always happens. It's okay. This is why I definitely recommend having a ton of potions. Just because this is bound to happen eventually. I mean, not everything can be perfect, but with great risk comes great reward, right? So we're gonna get this ore. Oh, come on, man. I just need one hit. What? Okay. Okay. So now, there's going to be more veins up here. Yes. So we're gonna wanna quickly get rid of these guys that are chasing us by getting up here. And this one's going to be a little tricky just because there's so many of them. You're bound to trigger one of them. So you're gonna you gotta pick your poison. Either take a while going back and forth trying to de-aggro them, or trying to dance around them. So you're gonna see what I'm gonna do here. Unless this guy actually doesn't get triggered. He does manage to walk around here. So that's when he definitely sees you. But I think he's going to see me soon. But as long as it's just that guy, I think I'm okay. You basically just want to dodge around and get hits until... Okay. And that's this. And just like that, you're done with that. Now, the next one I'm going to pick is this one. And I'm going to quickly come here, de-aggro them by standing on this wall. Or on this rock. It's also useful to mention that these spear guys sometimes tend to hit you even though you're standing on somewhere that they can't reach. They can get like a hit or two on you. But so if you just hold your block button until they let you go, then you should be fine. But this guy's a little confused, so looks like we got it. Ooh. So we're just gonna wait for a de-aggro and then get to these two veins right here. We're gonna get on top of this. It usually works, but these guys walk around a lot, so it could differ. Sometimes you have to wait a little until they walk away. So also keep that in mind. And I'm just gonna wait for this spear guy to turn around, and then I'm gonna go get the veins. There's two right there. Okay. So I'm just gonna go for this one. They do manage to run up to me. There is an area that I could run to. Okay. You could just run up here. Oh. And trust me, you don't want these guys to hit you. You just don't. They hit way too hard. I'm just gonna go quickly mine these. Before that guy catches on. One more. This is why you don't like. Oh, that's close. Okay, now that we are ready, I'm gonna run through this area, so I'm just gonna let you guys know what I do. There is... Oh, there's not... Okay, so there's one ore right there, and there should be one ore near that crawler. You could get those, but realistically, for me, I don't think it's worth it. you're gonna have to run back and forth a lot because there's gonna be a lot of enemies that lock onto you. So I just ignore those and run through them. So as you can see, there's an ore right there. There's another one right here. These trigger these guys, and this one triggers like these guys and a crawler. It just gets really messy. So I don't touch those. But if you want, there's a piece of I guess rock that you can stand on, and you could de-aggro them. I don't get that one as well. That's pretty much impossible, that one. And if you consider how many you get versus how many like you ignore, it really does work out, because by the time you're done with these ores and you go back, you're going to pretty much have all the ores respawn back, and that's the nice part about this, especially considering that these ores are pretty rare or pretty valuable. So now that we are here, so I'm just gonna show you guys. I came through this one. You could go through the other one as well. There's an ore there, but I usually get this one first. This guy walks around this hallway, and sometimes he just sees you, but other times he doesn't. Like that. And the insane range. I can't tell you how many times I've raged at these guys. Like, they can legit hit you from a kilometer away. I don't understand. But it's okay. The smart thing is to let them just walk away from it. Oh, why is he walking like that? So that's that, and then you just move on to the next one. You could just stand on these wooden planks, and then you walk on top of this wall, and just wait for your time to strike. So it should be fine now. I don't think anyone's gonna chase me right now. Oh, buddy. So now here comes my favorite part. You jump through this, and now you have an entire world of Orichalcum. So the first one's straight. Oh, okay. This game is a little weird. It's very inconsistent with the AI, so sometimes they just chase you for hours. So we're just gonna have to wait for this guy to go away. By the way, you could jump from here to here, and you could go back to get that Orichalcum if you need it. We're gonna get this big one right here. And then there's another one right here. And then there's a tiny one right here. And then this one makes me a little nervous. Oh, okay. A little scary at first, but I've realized that if you walk past him, he won't even notice you. It's like you're not even there. But definitely be careful, because if this guy sees you, you're dead. He's gonna one-shot you. So that's that. So now what I usually like to do is move on to this area right here. This wooden area is going to be very helpful because it's going to de-aggro pretty much everyone once you jump on top of this. So the first one we want to do is right here. It's pretty inevitable to get this guy to chase you, but it's not that bad as long as that smooth guy isn't there. So what I usually do is, okay, my dodge is working. Slow. Okay. Now it works. So I usually just dodge it until the spear guy comes and then I run away. I have one more hit on, so I'm just not. Okay, so the next one is right there. And these guys have a tendency to just chase you, so I'm just going to wait until they leave you alone. And then you can come right here. So the last one of this route is this one right here. So if you stand here, you're going to let this guy know who's boss. So he's gonna go away. And what you're gonna want to do is crouch, because sometimes these musket guys lock onto you and it's not good. Like that, okay. Well, I was lucky enough to get it before they realized. So now you could just die on purpose, or you could just jump down from here. And now you're back where you started, and you could just go back to these mines and yeah, farm the Orichalcums that are already respawned right here, as you can see. And yeah, that's pretty much the route. I'm pretty sure Orichalcums are supposed to take 30 minutes to respawn. So I don't know if there's any bit of a change or this is some kind of bug or something. Either way, it's very useful and I would take advantage of it while you still can. And another thing is that these give you a ton of mining XP. So just one or two runs of this route will take your aptitude. Not only are you going to get your emerald gypsum, but you're going to get these specialized mining material boxes, which you can get a ton of stuff, like cinnabar, tovium, as well as other stuff. I don't know if you can get void ores from those. Those are the big boys, and that's what I'm going to talk about next. Alright, so this is the exciting part where we actually make our profit. So once you have your Orichalcums, as well as, you know, your cinnabars and whatever you might have gotten, you're going to want to come to the smelter and come to these Orichalcum ingots. You could either make these with platinum ingots or star metal ingots. It doesn't really matter, but I do use platinum more often. So basically, at least in my server, Orichalcum ingots go for I think 30 to 35 a piece, which is really nice, but platinum goes for 6 to 7. So what I end up doing is, instead of wasting my time going out for platinum ores or platinum veins, I just buy them from the market and then I convert them. So basically get this number divided by 8 and then multiply it by 3, and that's how many platinum ingots you're going to need. So you just buy that, and then, you know, charcoal, really easy, just go chop some wood, and then flux as well, and then you make your Orichalcum ingots. So after that, we move on to Asmodium. You're never really going to need to craft any cinnabars or tovium, just because you're going to get them. Right now, if you can see, okay, so there's 200. I have 200 of each, and I have never crafted these in my life. I've literally just been mining the Orichalcums, and I've been getting these as a rare drop, which honestly isn't even that rare. They kind of drop pretty often, so you don't need to waste it on these. But once you do get these, you could use them as Asmodium. You need Orichalcum ingots. As you can see, I have 400. More obsidian flux and more charcoal, as well as these two. And you can make 10 a day. It's on a 1-day cooldown, and you can make 10 a day. So these, I think, I want to check. I want to be responsible to check, but I want to say it's around 300 to 320 a piece from what I've seen. And yeah, it's I mean, why shouldn't you, right? If you make 10, which is pretty easy, the ingredients are pretty straightforward, you're going to make around 3,000 or 3,200, depending on how much you sell it for. And these don't really ever drop in price, just because one of those things that just, they're always there and they're always valuable. So you could craft those, and then basically you can make a guaranteed 3,000 every single day. So on to the big boys. These are the void bent ingots, and this is where it kind of gets exciting, because void bent ingots, I believe, sell for 3,000. Void ores, like I mentioned earlier, it's a very rare drop while you're mining these ores, or these Orichalcum ores. If you used every single step to get as much luck as possible, you're gonna get these fairly often. It's not gonna be impossible to get them like it probably is without it. I did get a chain of like 3 in a row, although I'm assuming that's very rare. But yeah, you do get them once in a while, and for what it's worth, it's still profitable even if you get it like once an hour. Void Essence is a rare drop from Elite Chests, but the thing is that Void Bent is worth so much. You could literally just buy these Void Essences from the trading post, and you're gonna make a profit. Last I checked, actually I'm gonna check right now before I say something really stupid. So yeah, Void Essence is pretty cheap. I mean, it's pretty much dirt cheap, but it goes up to like maybe realistically maybe 7 or even 8, I don't know. But if you look at Void Bent ingots, it goes for 2,200, and then I know a few days ago it was 3,200, so it definitely fluctuates, but it never drops too much in price. Once you have those two, energy cores are pretty easy to make as well. If you go to stone cutting, you're gonna need 1 elemental heart and 1 eternal heart, which the ingredients are basically just a bunch of motes, so it's not hard at all. And if you don't even have the motes, you could literally buy them. It's super cheap. It's like maybe at most 1 coin per mote, so it's definitely worth it. It's definitely profitable. And if I were you guys, I definitely wouldn't spend time, if you don't have them, I wouldn't spend time getting these two, as well as if we're talking about like platinum or star metal. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You just buy those from the trading post and then craft these, and you pretty much have the most valuable item in the entire ingredient list, so you should be fine. So you guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys found it useful. Just wanted to share this with you guys if you guys didn't know. And yeah, this is also a great way to level up your mining as well as your smelting, and you get a ton of aptitude once you hit 200, so it's definitely worth it. I'm planning to make more content, whether it's just gold farming or any other guides, or you know, I recently made a recap video for the dev update, so I'm planning to do stuff like that, just anything New World related. So if you guys are interested, I would definitely appreciate you guys subscribing, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Let's make him all.